Okay, we are going to get a little creative with this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a trigger from Pitchit so that anytime a meeting is booked from an AI agent talking to one of your leads inside of a Pitchit campaign, I want to add them immediately to another Pitchit campaign to engage another AI agent. And so what I'm going to do is connect my account. It's going to ask for an API key. You can find that by clicking on your name in the bottom left, choosing integrations, copy the API key and paste it in. Click continue and it will kick you back over to Zapier. This is where we're going to create the trigger. So the trigger here is that a meeting has been booked. Now you could say, I want any meeting that's booked from any campaign to immediately send them to a specific campaign and pitch it. But I don't really want to do that. For the purposes of today's demonstration, I don't actually want to select all. I want to select a very specific one. So if they filled out a form and the Pitchit agent engaged that form filler and actually got them to book a meeting, I only want that meeting booker to integrate into this workflow. So I'm going to choose a specific campaign that generated a meeting. I'm going to test it, and it's going to show the most recent person, John Wick, who booked a meeting. That's just dummy data. And the action now is also going to be Pitchit. So this is basically Pitchit integrating with other Pitchit campaigns via Zapier. And so it's a really creative use case. And the reason I like this one, let's go to event to add a lead to Pitchit. The reason I like this is because it will significantly reduce your no-show rate if you engage people who book a meeting. And so Pitchit supports this. Our AI agent can actually get your leads talking to you if you integrate them back into another campaign. And so this is what I'm going to run through. You've already synced your account for Pitchit in the first step, so you don't need to do it again. The campaign I want to send this lead to is discovery call booked. Okay, so we have a campaign in Pitchit, discovery call booked. If you want to know how I created that, I did shoot another video that you can look at. So I'm not going to run through those details again, but effectively I have a workflow designed to engage people who have recently booked meetings. And so that's where we're going to stick this lead after they've booked a meeting. I'm just going to map the first name and last name. I'm going to map the email and the phone number. And then I'm going to map the company name if it's available. Doesn't look like it is. That's fine. Click continue, test. And what's happening now is it's saying John Wick, who came from a form fill AI agent campaign in Pitchit, just booked a meeting. And now I am going to add that lead into another campaign in Pitchit that's designed to engage them between the time when they book the meeting and the time the actual meeting occurs. And so there's an active dialogue between that lead and an AI agent in Pitchit. And that will reduce your no-show rate and significantly improve your cost per sales qualified lead. Because what we found is if you don't talk to your leads and don't engage your leads after they book a meeting, the chances of them showing up to that meeting are usually a lot lower. And so you'll have a good signal that you need to create this Zap is if you have like a 50% no-show rate. That's a really good signal that you need to engage these leads more actively. And so you might want to use this Zap to help you reduce that. A no-show rate of 20% or 10% is a little bit more industry standard, but 50% or higher, or anything even close to that, is too high. And so that's when you'd want to choose this Zap, and you're done.